Okay, into Omothol we go. And, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Oh, that could have ended badly. So, um, welcome to Omothol, viewers. I'm Shepherd Chong, and this is another episode of Abyssalcraft is Kind of Awesome. And we have finally reached the third dimension of Abyssalcraft. We are now in Omothol. Yay! And as you can see, I spawned in the sky. Well, the portal spawned. Okay, so, what you gotta know about Omothol? Omothol is a sky world. And what does that mean? It means that just like the end, that consists of blocks, irregular blocks of blocks, Omothol stone, and there is no bedrock at the bottom to keep you from falling into the void. Yes, Omothol also has no biomes, I will notice, so yeah, no biomes of this episode. I would say that of the four dimensions Abyssalcraft adds, Omothol is probably the hardest, not because of the mobs or the boss, all of which are difficult to deal with, but simply because it is a sky world, and Abyssalcraft does not give you the ability to fly. There is nothing in the Abyssalcraft mod that allows you to fly, so if you're only using Abyssalcraft, you're pretty much screwed in this dimension. Yeah, this is what the portals look like when they spawn in the air. Of all the times I've gone to Omothol, I think I have only had a portal spawn on a landmass, to call it something, one time. Every other time it has been in the sky like this. So, yeah. If you're not using other mods with Abyssalcraft, stuff that lets you fly, you have to bring a lot of blocks with you to find a landmass. So, let me show you. I've only got a 4 chunk load distance. And portal was back there. And we're finally finding other land. Yeah, the land isn't really close together. And it isn't always consistent either. Now, there is a bit more of a serious threat to you if you fall in Omothol than there is in just normal, like the end where you're falling into the void and die. I'll get to that at the end of this episode. So what am I going to cover this episode? Well, I'm going to cover blocks and world spawn stuff, I suppose. So, this little platform here is all about blocks. Now, the vast majority of the land masses in Omothol is made of this, Omothol stone. Now, Wyla up there shows harvest level 6. I'm not sure what that's about. Let's see. Let's see if it'll tell me. Diamond pickaxe. Currently harvestable. No. You need something better than a diamond pickaxe to harvest Omothol stone, if you're in survival. I'm in creative, I'll just destroy the platform if I try it. So, harvest level 6. I've never actually seen that before. Interesting. So, Omothol stone is what all the land masses are made out of. But there are 2 other types of material. And they are made of this stuff. Axium. Well, Axium is the base material, I should say. Harvest level 8. Wow. Okay, yeah, I really need to... I need to look at what that is to show you. Now, because we are using, Abyssalcraft, and Abyssalcraft is made to be a standalone mod. It can be on its own. It doesn't require other mods to function the way some do. Let's see. Harvest level 6. The Abyssal Knight pickaxe is not good enough. Refined Corallium pickaxe is not good enough. But the Geranium pickaxe is. Interesting. Okay. So in order to gather Omothol stone, you need something as good as a Geranium pickaxe. Interesting. And of course the Axium pickaxe is good enough. But Geranium pickaxe is not good enough to harvest Axium. But Axium is. Okay. So, anyway, Axium. How do you get it? Well, remember the transmutator and how I showed you way back when? You transmute endstone into Axium. So in order to get Axium, you have to have gone to the end. Pretty much. I believe there are a few mods that allow you to get Axium and endstone in a different way. And I have just heard a dog barking. So at this point you're wondering, well, what is Axium for? Well, it's used for a bunch of stuff that you have access to at this end, but again, part of it is required to get Axium tools, which are pretty good, and we'll go over that in the crafting episode. But more importantly, in order to get those tools, you need these Axium bricks, which you create from the smelting Axium. So one block of Axium, which you transmute from endstone, gets you an Axium brick. Just as a side note, Axium, the texture is similar to soul sand. That sort of got like faces and stuff. Soul sand is not present in this dimension, it's just there to show you that it looks similar. Now, what's this block of Axium? So, seeing the word block of Axium, you might be thinking a block of Axium is made out of Axium bricks. Not quite. It's made out of 9 Axium ingots. So what's the difference between bricks and ingots? Well, the ingots are what are used to make the tools and stuff. And in order to get ingots, you use this, a life crystal. I showed you how to make those before. I think I'm gonna show them off in the crafting episode. But you take 8 Axium bricks and a life crystal to make 1 Axium ingot. So yeah, you're gonna need a bunch. However, there is another way to get Axium ingots using Axium bricks. But depending on what your resources are like and your time is like, you might not bother with it. And that is by using an Oblivion catalyst. Oh, remember how hard they were to get? You need to make them in a ritual, and they require 4 shards of Oblivion, I believe it was, as well as a Corallium pearl and 4 shadow gems. Yeah, but of course this method only requires 4 Axium bricks. So if you've got lots of Oblivion shards, maybe by fighting Shaggoth, Harbinger of Doom a bunch, this might be more cost effective for you. Or maybe not. Who knows? Again, it's up to you. And of course this is what it looks like. This stuff here is more Omothol stone. And now, the stuff that's been behind me the whole time. These are Axium brick blocks, which is again kind of confusing, because just like with the Corallium bricks, both the Axium brick item and the Axium brick blocks have the same name in game. You notice that it also has a harvest level of 8, which will be important to note when I get into the world gen stuff. But yeah, you take 4 Axium bricks, put them in a square, and you get the Axium brick block, which can be used to make slabs, stairs, and fences, as well as these chiseled Axium bricks. You know how in normal vanilla Minecraft there are chiseled stone bricks? This is a similar concept. So, you make them with 4 Axium brick blocks in a square, and you get the chiseled Axium brick. Neat. And there's another thing you can do. You can take the normal old Axium and Axium brick, you put them together like this, and you get Axium pillars. Now, if you're not sure, if you haven't seen them before, there are pillars in normal vanilla Minecraft. They are made from quartz, or nether quartz, I should specify. But yeah, they're basically have the same sort of look. They look neat. We'll be able to see them in some of the World Gen. Yeah. Okay. And now for the other type of material. Dark Axium. So, Dark Axium brick also has harvest level 8, which again means Dreadium isn't good enough. But you make Dark Axium by combining Omothol stone with Axium. 2 Omothol stone, 2 Axium makes 1 Dark Axium brick. Okay, yeah, I had to check real quick just to make sure. It does indeed only make 1. I'm thinking because of the way normal vanilla Minecraft with like how you combine 4 stone to get 4 bricks. No, you only get 1. So, Dark Axium brick looks neat. You can make slabs out of it. You can make fences out of it. You can make stairs out of it, and just like with the normal Axium, you can also make chiseled Dark Axium bricks. Again, just like the chiseled Axium, 4 Dark Axium brick make the dark chiseled dark brick. Okay, I had to pause there for a minute. What was I talking about? I was talking about the chiseled Dark Axium bricks. You make them through a square, 4 regular Axium bricks, or 4 regular Dark Axium bricks. And just like with Axium, you can make Dark Axium pillars. In this case, you make them with 2 Dark Axium bricks and 2 Omothol stone. Yep. Okay, so what next? Well, next I suppose is World Gen. Yeah. Okay, so like I mentioned at the opening of this video, this is the Sky World, and it gets all sorts of strange and interesting world generation. Yeah, lots of floating blocks just sort of around. Yeah, not a great deal to say about this, to be honest. Because there's only one real material and how it makes it, it doesn't look super interesting. Well, outside of the obvious bits. And now that I think about it, I am using night vision, and I really ought to show you what this world looks like without it on. Okay, let's see, wait for it to disappear, and there we go. Yeah, this place is dark. Literally dark. There is no sun, of course. The sky which is sort of all around us, is completely black. The Omothol stone is itself a black, sort of blackish, vaguely greenish looking stone. And it's dark too. Yeah, if you, by the time you get here, you should probably have some of the, Abyssalcraft armor that gives you night vision. I definitely recommend it, because, it's... when you're on the Omothol stone, it isn't actually that difficult to see. How does it look with a torch down? Nothing's following me, Abyssalcraft. It honestly doesn't look much different. Yeah. In this dimension, I would say the torches only really serve to prevent mob spawning, simply because the sort of ambient light is actually enough to see by. It's just kind of dark. yeah. So, I suppose I'll cut away here until we get to something a bit more interesting with the World Gen. Okay, so, just like all the Abyssalcraft dimensions, there are Shaggoths in this one, and just like that, there are Shaggoth layers. Again, now, if you look here, this here is Monolith Stone, and this below it is Omothol Stone. Now, you notice while the textures are indeed quite similar, so is the coloring. The Monolith Stone just somewhat more green. So these might not be as easy to notice in this dimension as they were in the others. Gonna take off this real quick just to get rid of the night vision to show you differences. But yeah, it's a Shaggoth layer. Just like every Shaggoth layer, there's Shaggoth biomass, which will constantly spawn Shaggoths to try to destroy your world. But yeah. Okay, difference. Hard to tell. Especially from a distance. They look almost exactly the same. Yeah. So at this point you're probably wondering, why am I even bothering showing you this? There have been Shaggoths everywhere. There are going to be Shaggoths everywhere. Well, because this dimension doesn't have a whole lot to it, I suppose. Is the easiest way to describe it. This is a sky world, and that's about it. At the center of the world, sort of, in the center of this particular world, there you will find something different, and I am about to cut away to that to show you. Okay, so we are close to the center of Omothol now, and what is this? A village? Sort of. A sort of sky village of a sorts, made out of Axium based materials. So there's even dirt and Wheaton's junk. And if we go down, 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 you will see that these spawn all the way to the bottom of Omothol. For whatever World Gen reasons. And we've also got this stuff, which is because of the roguelike mod. A roguelike mod spawns dungeons in every dimension, and in a sky world dimension like this, it's sort of exposed and looks strange. This stuff would not normally be here. But anyway, yeah. In the center of Omothol is a massive village, what is essentially a city, made of Axium brick and inhabited by the remnants. And at the center of the city, we find something different. Now, you'll see it there. Now, before I get there, I will note that I'm talking about sort of the center of Omothol, but I'm saying it in a really weird way, like I'm not completely sure about it. This may just be me remembering things wrong, but I am using the what's probably going to be the last version of Abyssalcraft for 1.7.10. I have played through Abyssalcraft and previous versions of 1.7.10, and I swear this city isn't located in the same place every time. I might be wrong. I'm not sure. It takes a while to get here. It's not something I do with a great deal of frequency or anything, so just bear it in mind. It is pretty much exactly the same as the various stuff you'll find in normal Minecraft villages, including loot. Yeah, this the chests in these will have loot in them. Now, anyway, what's here at the center? Well, it's made of dark Axium brick. Oh, there's a space here. Never noticed that before. So what is this? Well, this is the final dungeon. Yeah. At the center of this city is the final dungeon of Abyssalcraft, in which you will find Jizahar, the gatekeeper. Yeah. This is his city, and that is his temple there, which we'll get to eventually. Okay, so, that's about it for the normal world gen and blocks and stuff in this dimension. All that's left is to cover what happens when you fall. So, normally, in various sky worlds through modded Minecraft, which starts with vanilla Minecraft with the end. In the end, when you fall off of the land masses, you fall into the void and die, and all your items are lost because vanilla Minecraft doesn't have any way to save that stuff. And various mods can let you save items when you die and whatnot, but something a bit different happens in Abyssalcraft. Now, I've mentioned that this is the third dimension. I haven't actually mentioned how to get to the fourth dimension, especially since you'll note that I said that that was the final dungeon. So what is the fourth dimension? Well, the fourth dimension is called the Dark Realms, and I'm going to cover what it's like there after I go over what's in the final dungeon. But first, how to get there. You fall. Yeah. You fall out of Omothol and land in the Dark Realm. And if I wasn't in creative and had stuff that, an item that causes no fall damage, I might very well have died from that fall. Yeah. Something to keep in mind. So, this seems like a good place to end the episode. Trapped here in the Dark Realm for all eternity. That's a spoiler for you. This was an episode of Abyssalcraft is Kind of Awesome with your host, Shepherd Chong. I'm going to have to suffer here in the Dark Realm for the rest of my life now. See you in the next episode. Bloopers! That's when I'm going to start talking now. We're going straight into the recording, so I actually have time to react to this. We're going to start, the recording is actually going to start as soon as the transition through the gateway starts. Okay, here I go. And into Omothol. Here we go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. Oh, crap. That didn't work. Bloopers. Oh, come on. That didn't give me any time at all.